Hello my lovely friends, it's Yulia here from Eastcott&Burgess Tea. As promised last week, today I have two super exciting announcements to make. Firstly, in May I am going to China for the month to look for some amazing new teas for you guys. This will be my first tea trip to China since my brother and I have started Eastcott&Burgess, so this is super exciting but yet nerve-wracking because I have no idea what to expect. I'll share the details with you on why we're going in this video shortly. And the second announcement is that I've left my favorite job as an environmental scientist in oil and gas to work on something that is even more dear to my heart and something that I'm even more passionate about: my tea company. In this video, I'd love to talk to you about why I'm making these changes and what benefits these changes mean to you guys. In my next week's video, I'd also love to share a little bit of our itinerary of our super exciting tea trip to China, so stay tuned. So first things first, why we're making these changes and what benefits do these changes mean to you? Working on Eastcott&Burgess full-time does mean that I will be able to concentrate all my efforts into Eastcott&Burgess. And secondly, us going to China will hopefully mean that we will be able to get the freshest, tastiest and best quality teas for you guys possible. I'll explain to you what I mean by this a little bit further in a second, but before I do, let me tell you a little bit of a story of how we used to get our tea before. So previously, our tea was sourced by a lady called Amy. She lives in China, her family grows antibiotic green tea, and she also has a little tea shop where she sells tea to people within China. Even though this was never her job before, Amy has been kind enough to look for teas for us. We'd send her a specification of the teas and the quality of the teas we were looking for. She would then find the teas for us as we requested and send us samples of the teas for us to try until we found one that we really loved. I have to say, she did an amazing job, which isn't surprising given her commitment to tea. But now we've decided it's time for us to take up Amy's place and to do the sourcing ourselves. Traveling to tea plantations to source my own tea has been my dream for around 6 years now. Ever first I decided I wanted to have my own tea company. It has taken me a while to gather up the courage to do that, but dreams do come true and I'm finally doing that. So let me explain what the advantages of us sourcing the teas ourselves are to you. The first advantage is quality and freshness. The best quality teas are produced in the villages around the tea plantations during a certain short period of time in the year, which is different for different teas. People keen to get the best quality teas normally go to these tea villages directly and buy them up as soon as they are produced. Therefore, by going to the tea villages directly, we will be able to try lots and lots of teas side by side, find the best and the freshest ones and get them before somebody else gets them. Also, another advantage related to this is removing the intermediaries. We are hoping this will help us further preserve the quality, freshness and information about where the tea has come from. What is important to understand is that tea farmers don't normally sell the tea themselves because one, they're too busy making tea, and two, because they don't normally have to, as the wholesalers normally come to them themselves. The wholesalers might then add an additional processing step to the tea, such as roasting or scenting. They might then repackage the tea and ship the tea onto exporters, who will then deliver the tea to wholesalers in another country, such as the UK. All these people are doing a very important job for us because the tea wouldn't have reached us from the farms without these people. But by going through so many hands before it reaches us, the tea quality might often deteriorate because it takes longer to reach us. It also goes through a few stages of handling, repackaging and tea storage, which means it's more likely to be more damaged and oxidized. Information about the exact source of the tea can also be lost. So, by going to the tea farms directly and by doing the job of the intermediaries ourselves, we are hoping to preserve the quality, the freshness and the information about the source of the tea. The second advantage to you of us going to China to get the teas ourselves are health and flavor. As you may know from my previous videos, the freshest teas have the most nutrients in them, as they won't have had the time to deteriorate and oxidize as much. More nutrients and less oxidation doesn't just mean the tea will be better for your health, but it will also have a more complex flavor due to more flavor compounds present in the tea. The third advantage of us going to China to look for the tea is the connection with the farmers and the producers. So we are also going there to build a connection with our producers and to build rapport with them, to increase our chances of getting the best quality teas to you year after year. The fourth advantage is education and transparency. By going to the tea plantations directly, we will be able to film the production process and learn about tea production, so you can learn about tea with us. The fifth advantage to you is tea variety. By going to China, we are hoping to get teas that other tea vendors don't have. So be it teas grown by different producers, teas grown in different places, or even some rare varieties of tea, to give you more of a range of teas to try from the different vendors. And the sixth advantage is kind of an advantage to us as well as to you, which is learning and practicing Chinese. I believe this one is very important to both you and ourselves, because only by being able to speak the language ourselves will we be able to truly understand the Chinese culture and to truly connect with the tea producers. Speaking Mandarin, I believe, will also make it easier for us to get the best teas and to source from smaller producers who are often more difficult to find. That's it for this week, guys. As I mentioned to you at the beginning of this video, next week I'd also love to share with you a little bit of our itinerary of this super exciting tea trip to China. Thank you so much for watching. Please let us know what you thought of this video. Please let us know if you have any suggestions about tea trip to China. Hit that like button below, hit that bell button, please share this video with your friends, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, be sure to follow us on Instagram, because as we are getting closer to the tea trip, we are posting regular updates on there. Delicious with Yulia signing off, and I'll see you again next week. Ciao!